Developing tomorrow's workforce today. You've heard it, but what does it look like? We're at Richmond High School. We're going to take a little tour of the Richmond Area Career Center and find out what some of the students in drafting, machine tools, and construction are learning and how they can take those skills out into the workforce. Welcome to Eastern Indiana Works. Welcome to Eastern Indiana Works. We're going to spend a little bit of time with Rusty Hensley, who is the director of the
Career Education for the Richmond Area Career Center.
And that is a place that encompasses, how many programs do you have?
We have roughly 13 programs here at the Richmond Area Career Center that students from Richmond High School, Northeastern High School, Randolph Southern High School, and even this year Lincoln High School have the opportunity to come and take part of every single day. So we're proud of that. We have roughly 1,300 students at Richmond High School, and on a daily average, we have over 1,000 students that either are coming down here for our business programs, our family and consumer science programs, or our career and tech ed programs. So it's delightful every single day to watch the students come down and take part of what we have to offer.
How long have you been doing this? Give us a little bit of background on you.
This is my 19th year at Richmond Community Schools. My first year, I've worked at Central Office in Transportation, and since then I've been the Director of Career Ed, Assistant Principal. I'm also the Director of Adult Education for Richmond Community Schools. For 18 years now, I have been in charge of career education. So I'm a pretty lucky guy. I have a great job to come to every single day.
You've seen a lot of changes during that time. Yes. Talk a little bit about what some of those changes are and how you all have continued to transition and change as technology has moved into some of these, the expense involved with some of the materials that you have to buy. Talk a little bit about that, and as a school system, how does that work? What does that look like?
Well, we're very fortunate. You know, when I first came here, we had certain programs. Some have gone away, and we've added new programs. While Dr. Borf was here, we added Project Lead the Way, which is our engineering program and our biomedical program. Very expensive, had the support of the superintendent. It's continued to have the support of the superintendent. Dr. Terrell is over here quite frequently. He's a big believer in career education. In the last 5 years, the fire chief, Chief Purcell, came to me and said, hey, we would like to start some type of pilot program. And I said, let's just start a program. So we're very fortunate to have their support and have a partnership with the Richmond Fire Department. And we now have a full-fledged firefighting program and an EMT program. Students take their junior and senior year. And when they come out, they'll have their firefighting license and their EMT license. So it's a huge benefit for our city as well as for our kids, the opportunity they have. The students who are coming from Lincoln come particularly just for that program. So a lot of their students go to the Connersville Career Center, but since they do not offer that program, they come here for that. So we have different things going on every single day. Kind of like your role, we have a radio TV program that does things in the community as well as a lot of our big events. They're going to do our awards programs, they're going to do ball games and so forth, as well as put together packages. We're fortunate that with all of our hands-on trades type students that we have different clubs that they can be a part of. So everybody knows what an academic club is, but we also have clubs in the career and tech ed area. So for a lot of our trade students, we have what's called Skills USA. They have the opportunity to go and compete. Just a couple weekends ago, our automotive kids had an opportunity to go. We had a construction student that made it to state. Back in 2015, we had a firefighter that won the state championship, went on to Louisville for the nationals and won the national championship. So we're very proud of that. We also have a club for our business students, which is Business Professionals of America. Mm-hmm. They have an opportunity to do a regional and state competition, which is coming up next weekend, actually. And then if they win, they go on to Washington, D.C. this year is where their national contenders are. Our biomed kids, they compete in HOSA. And then radio TV, they have a state leadership conference they go to in actually 3 weeks, and they put different packages together and they go compete. So not only do our students have the day-to-day here, they also get to compete on a regional, state, and even a national level, which we're very proud of, and very proud that we've had a lot of success in that area.
Eastern Indiana Works likes to use the line, developing tomorrow's workforce today. Talk about your relationship with the local business and manufacturing community and how that plays into a role for giving your students the opportunity to really understand what work is about.
Well, every spring and every fall we have an advisory board meeting. So all of our programs have different business employers here in town that they have 2 or 3 on their board, so they can come in and tell us, hey, make sure you're doing this, make sure you're doing that, hey, make sure you have that machine. That machine's outdated, we need to make sure we're doing this. So that's how we keep updated. And then when we're fortunate enough to, we also have students that go out and go to work. So we have a traditional co-op program like a lot of high schools do, where students go maybe more of a minimum wage, but we also have a lot of our trade students that get out and each and every day and go to work, whether it be at the different Wetzel locations, or maybe it's Belden, maybe it's A House Tool, H&P. I mean, the list is long, but I mean, just in the last couple of years, we developed a partnership with Belden, Ivy Tech, and us, and we're trying to make sure we have 10 students for them each year in the program that we have with them. So that's giving the kids the opportunity to be here in the classroom. All of our classes have dual credit opportunities, probably 95% of them in the career and tech area. So they have an opportunity to come out with a certification, a dual credit, and hopefully even some, it's like anything else in the world, for our best of the best, even an opportunity to get out and get in the workforce and start working. So we have students that are hired on full time as soon as they're out. We have students that still go on to college. We're very happy to say, like last year, I think we had a total of 6 or 7 valedictorians here at Richmond High School, and we had almost 2/3 of them in our career and tech ed program. Some were in biomed, some were in engineering. So, we have all different type of students that come to us every single day, and they enjoy it. It's a hands-on opportunity. It's not sit and get. It's as you guys were out there today and seeing the different things going on. It's not a traditional classroom where they're lined up in rows and sitting down. I mean, they're getting after it, and it's collaborative, and the teachers working with them as well as they're working with each other.
You keep hearing what the employers need. I assume you keep in pretty good contact, and you mentioned it with the employers. How do you keep your instructors sharp? Because that's got to be something that, while you're working with students, your instructors also have to keep up on technology changes and what they're teaching and the new developments in a particular area.
Well, like we said earlier, when we have our advisory board meetings, that's one way of doing it. This past summer, the state offered a grant for an externship, so teachers had the opportunity to go out in different businesses, spend about 20 or 40 hours that were paid for their time this summer, and to see what's going on and make sure they're keeping up. What's the cutting edge in their areas to make sure that that's going on. Another good way is when we bring people in. So we have businesses that come in with the help of the EDC, and we have Find a Job Friday. They may come in and talk. With this past year, we were happy that Primex and Dot Foods sent some of their HR people in, and they came in for our trade students, and they did resumes. They did interviewing skills. That we actually did a whole day of mock interviews with our trade students. So not only are we telling them about them, we're making them live that dream each day and get out there and shake that hand, look that person in the eye. And some people haven't done it. If you've never interviewed before, you don't know what we're talking about. So it's good hands-on experience, so when they do go out and have that first interview, they know what they're doing.
All right. We're going to meet some of the students. We're going to see what some of them are doing. We're going to meet some of your instructors. Looking forward to this.
Awesome. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you.
My name is Coy. I'm a junior, and I am in the advanced construction class. I didn't really know how to operate or work any machines until my freshman year. I was very nervous, and then Mr. Kindig kind of took me and showed me the ways of how to do things and make sure they're done right. I got into construction because before I got into high school, I would do flowers for people, and I would make flowers. And so seeing the start of something and seeing the finish of it, it made me want to do other things, so that's why I got into construction. After high school, my dream is to start a business or something that I love to do that could make me money, and it could just be my career job. Construction class is helping because it showed me how to start something and finish it.
My name is Ignacio Andres Sales. I'm a senior at Richmond High School. I like to get my hands on stuff, and I just like to go out and building them. It's a pretty good class to take if you're into like not just sitting around, but going out and working all the time. After high school, I was looking forward to going and working in the construction site. It will be much easier for me to get in it because I already have like somewhat of an experience on working in a construction site. I think for somebody that is just looking to enter the class just for fun, I think it will be a good way for them to learn how to build or make something. Because like if you grow up and you want to do like some changes in your house, you won't have to depend on somebody else to come and do it for you when you can do it by yourself.
We are with, give me your name and I like your title. Give me your name and your title.
Nathan Kindig. I'm the construction technology instructor here at Richmond High School.
Thanks for taking a few minutes. I know you've got students out there with hammers and nails, and I know that probably makes you go, I got to be there.
It's making me a little nervous, I'm not going to lie.
What are you working on?
Right now we're building a shed for Girls Incorporated, group that does a lot of nonprofit organization for girls. Take girls after school, before school, just helping them throughout. They let us use their building for one of our programs, so we try to work together through them and the community. So we're building them a shed to put on their property right now.
How many construction classes are you running in a day, and what do they consist of?
4 classes a day. I've got a foundation class, which is all freshmen. I have 2 introduction classes, which are sophomores, some juniors, and then this is obviously my advanced class, all juniors and seniors.
What are the normal things that they go through in a day? What point are you trying to get them to?
When we start them off as freshmen, the biggest thing we do is safety. Safety, and then they get to do some hands-on building projects down here. But that's typically freshman, sophomore year. You get a lot of safety because we have a lot of moving parts in here.
Sure.
Every saw, every drill, every impact, everything we do has a danger effect to it. You have to make sure that they're ready as far as safety. As far as what these guys I would like to have see is for them when they walk out of here, they're ready to go start a career in the construction field right out of high school. They should be able to leave here, get hired onto a construction crew, and do the job they're asked.
What's your background?
My background, I've been doing construction since I was 14. I started straight out of high school, started my first job, 17 years old. The day after I graduated, went straight to the job site. I worked for 17 years in the field building custom homes until Mr. Hensley called me and said, hey, we need a construction teacher. And I said yes.
What's it like working with the students, trying to get them to the point where you walked away from your career?
Tricky. Every day is a brand new struggle, we'll put it that way. It's enjoyable. I love teaching the kids. I love construction, obviously, otherwise I wouldn't be doing it. And getting to pass down what I've learned from the guys that I was trained from to be able to teach these guys is just, it's a lot of fun to me. I enjoy it. It's a great time. Getting them to understand everything all the time, it's a little different. It's a little different, but they do. They get it, and you can see every time a light bulb goes on, you can just see the smile on their face and them light up. They're getting it, they're learning it, and they're getting to learn skills. We go out on a job site quite often, and when you see them on a job site and you've got 15 kids in different groups working their butts off, it's a great feeling. Watching them work and gain the things that I've learned.
How do you express to them the importance of what they're doing and the importance of what they're learning? Not everybody can do what they do, and the skills that they're developing are skills that there's people clamoring out there for what they do.
Right. Mostly, I try to just let them know that what we build what we build lasts forever. That's kind of our motto here. What we build lasts forever. So every time you drive by that job site, remember, you put your heart and soul into that. You had to sweat doing that job. You had to work in the cold on that job. You actually build it for someone else, and you can do this for yourself someday. You know, and not everyone, I don't expect every one of my guys to go out and become a carpenter or a construction worker or an electrician, but at the same time, I do expect them all to understand what they're doing, so when they have their own homes, they can build those things themselves. They can save themselves money, they can go out and make money. They have a trade, and a skilled trade, that you can never take away. No one can take away what you learn here, and nobody can implement it quite as well as you do.
you have a student who has a chance to participate in the state tournament. How does that feel?
It's pretty awesome. It's pretty awesome. I had one student last year qualify for state. We got to go to state. He got 7th out of 15, which was still pretty good for the level that we were at. It's super exciting. I love going, taking and watching them build. It's so much different in that situation. They get so nervous. It's not like being in here where they're super comfortable with their friends around and I'm here, and you always got somebody, you have to work in a 10 by 10 square by yourself and aren't allowed to talk to anybody for 3 straight hours. And these guys do it and they get after it and they do really well. And when you're watching them build and you're just like, yeah, every time they do something right, it just makes you that much more proud of them. So I'm excited to go to state again this year. I'm excited to watch Ignacio do his thing at the state level. Hopefully we go to nationals.
We appreciate your time today, and we appreciate what you're doing with the students.
Thank you very much. I
Thank you.
appreciate it, Eric.
Hi, I'm Wayne, Project Director with Eastern Union Works. I want to give you a couple tips on your resume. The most important thing to have at the top of your resume is, of course, your name, but also have the right contact information, including your email address and your phone number. At the top third of your resume, make sure you have the title for which you're applying so that the employer knows that your resume is targeted towards that position. And then take some time to put your work experience, typically in reverse chronological order. That means starting with your most recent or current job and then working backwards. And don't neglect key skills. A lot of employers will include key skills or core competencies in their job descriptions. Make sure that if you have those skills, you're including those in your resume. And don't forget to wrap up your resume with education, licenses, or certification information. Your education and what qualifies you for the position are also very important to the employer.
My name is Ryder Johnson. I'm in 12th grade. I'm in the Advanced Machine Tool program here at RHS, and I started in freshman year, and I've been doing it for all 4 years of my high school career. I've been in machine tool. Career Center is very direct. It's very, you say what you want to do, and then they'll help you do it. It's a lot easier, I would say, than normal school. This class has shown me that sticking to what you want to do and that actually setting up goals for yourself and actually achieving them actually does pay off in the end and helps you grow as a person and help you develop in your own work field. By starting out, my freshman year of high school has helped me build an actual idea of what my actual job will be outside, in turn making thinking of college a lot easier because I don't have to worry about my work. After high school, I plan on working with corporations to help bring together my education here at the high school and connect it to the work at that job. Usually an apprenticeship comes up, and hopefully get a job that helps pay for my college that in turn does what I do when I work.
Tyree Carpenter is my name, and I'm doing this class for real life skills after I get out of high school and for Ivy Tech. And I like this class. I have a lot of passion for it, to be honest. When I first tried it, I was in automotive and machine tool class, and I had the decision to choose up against automotive in this class, and I like the decision I made because I feel like I have like a great opportunity here. So I'm gonna try my best to go to Ivy Tech and like do some more of this. I want to do this for like my career job. I like it a lot, and yeah.
We have a chance to talk to Mr. Larry Wilson, who is the machine tool instructor here at the Richmond Career Center, Richmond Area Career Center. Tell us a little bit about your background. You haven't been a teacher very long.
No, I started about 2.5 years ago. I got a call. The old teacher was leaving, took a new position, and decided that I'd give it a try. I've come from industry, and it was a little difficult at the beginning, but learned a lot, love the kids. Teaching them is always fun.
You were saying that you really came back home. You went through this.
Yes, I graduated from Richmond. I went through this whole program from 1991 to 95. And this was the same classroom, some of the same machines, not many of them because they've got a lot of newer, updated machines, but we co-opted out my senior year, and then I was there 24 years and then come back to help out and get kids interested back in this trade and help them make money when they get out of high school.
Talk about what being out in that world and then coming back and being able to talk to the students. Talk about what that's like.
It's fun. The students, we do real live work. A lot of our students, we do paperwork in here, we got to do our book work and stuff, but most of our work is real life experience on the machines. Sometimes you can learn some stuff on the books that doesn't relate to on the job training or on the machines, so we want to get them real life experience. So with bringing in 24 years of experience, they're learning a lot. I hope they are. They seem like they are.
We've had a chance as we've continued to work with Eastern Indiana Works to go in and out of a number of different employers in the area. They talk about the skills that they need. One of them are the soft skills.
Yes.
Being able to work in teams, things of that nature. Talk about how you're able to kind of help develop some of those skills so that when these kids step out, they have what the employers in this area need.
Correct. Like with what we do in here, you've probably seen some today. A lot of our kids work together. It's always important. If they have questions, they got to work amongst themselves first before they come ask me. That way, if you're in a real life position, they usually have you rely on your teammates or work employees before you go ask the foreman. So we do that, and then with the equipment we have, this stuff here that we have here, we're very fortunate here at the Richmond High School Career Center. The stuff we have here is what they will see in the industry. So it's not, we have state-of-the-art stuff here that if they go any place around this area, Indianapolis, Dayton, Cincinnati, they will be working on the exact same equipment.
How do you keep up your skills? You've stepped away. How do you keep up with the technology?
We do competitions, and then when we go to our students do competitions, and when we go there we have roundtable meetings with all the other instructors, what's new, then we have board meetings, we have companies come in and talk to us about what they want to see in the industry, what they want us to help teach our students to get out there. And then in the summer, I still involved with all the tool shops around, So I know them all. I go see them, you know, go see some of the guys I work with, the owners and stuff like that. So we stay pretty involved.
If you were talking to a kid right now who wasn't sure that he or she would want to try something like this, what do you say to give them a feeling of at least wanting to come in and give this a shot?
Try anything once. I mean, we have some students that not for sure, and you know, we tell them come in and try it, and if you don't like it, there's no problems. But we like them, you know, if you're a good hands-on learner, which a lot of our students are. They're not, books are good, but they like to learn with their hands and eyes. And you know, a lot of our students are that way. So that's what we like to see, and they seem to excel at it. Plus, they're up and moving, you know, and that always makes a big difference.
All
so,
right. We appreciate your time today.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks to everyone here at the Richmond Area Career Center who was nice and who gave us some time, the teachers, the students, and of course, Mr. Rusty Hensley. We appreciate their support. If you need to know more information, obviously, you can find out what's going on here at the Richmond Area Career Center online. Also, to find out more about Eastern Indiana Works and what they're doing to help connect employers and employees, reach out to them. EasternIndianaWorks.org. See you next month.